You may be seated. Good evening to all of the here gathered. Welcome to the wedding ceremony of Emylee and Jason Oswald, O ye intrepid travelers. It is good on such a joyous and important day to be surrounded by loving friends and family. On behalf of the bride and groom and their families, thank you for coming. Your presence today means very much. Marriage has been part of the human experience practically from the beginning of the human experience. The custom crosses boundaries of geography, language, culture, and religion. Today, and every day around the world, approximately 115,000 weddings will take place. That's nearly 42 million marriages a year. Today, as they have for many thousands of years, people are still, excuse the expression, throwing their hats into the wedding ring. Why do we get married? Do we marry for love? Love is certainly important, but I don't think that's all. We each love many people, but with few exceptions, we choose to marry only one person. Do we marry in order to raise a family? Perhaps. Many young couples have that intent, but some do not. There are also many not-so-young couples, and even very not-so-young couples, for whom having children is not really a consideration. Marriage happens to the young, to the middle-aged, and to the elderly. So why do we get married? A big reason for getting married, one that I had never considered, was brought home to me in a snippet of dialogue in the 2004 movie, Shall We Dance? Inspiration sometimes comes from unlikely places. During the movie, Beverly Clark, one of the main characters, has a conversation with another character and offers some insights on the why of marriage. Here is what Beverly says. Quote, why do we get married? Because we need a witness to our lives. I mean, there's a billion people on the planet, and what does anyone like really need but in a marriage? You're promising to care about everything. The good things, the bad things, the terrible things, the mundane things, all of it, all of the time, every day. You're saying your life will not go unnoticed because I will notice it. Your life will not go unwitnessed because I will be your witness. And you can quote me on that. So I just did. This little quote not only offers insight to the why of marriage, it also gives us a hint of what we can do to create a successful marriage. Successful marriages don't just happen. Successful marriages are, after all, made. They are created, they are built, they are damaged and repaired and rebuilt and reinforced. And the secret to a successful marriage? Well, in the words of that great sage, Woody Allen, 80% of success is showing up. In a marriage, we must show up. We must be present to win. So this is my charge to Jason and Emylee. As you begin your journey together, cherish and nurture the closeness you feel now. Always remember to show up, to be present to each other, to care about everything. The good things, the bad things, the terrible things, the mundane things, all of it, all of the time, every day. Do not let each other's lives go unnoticed. It's that simple and that hard. But Jason and Emylee will not make this journey alone. They will have all of you with them, supporting them. Marriage does not occur in isolation, but in community. And all of you here as well as loving friends and family who cannot be here today, are that community. Let us now bear witness as Jason and Emylee begin their journey with this wedding ceremony. Wedding vows and the exchange of rings are central parts of the wedding ceremony in many Western cultures, and Jason and Emylee have chosen to include these customs in their ceremony. Wedding vows are deeply significant and symbolize the commitment and promises a couple makes to each other. And they can sometimes illustrate the humor each person brings to the union. Saying vows publicly reinforces the commitment and emphasizes the support of the community in the couple's journey. Now, a wedding ring symbolizes eternal love and commitment. Its circular shape gives it great strength, and its simple beauty is timeless, outlasting all fashions and fads. And I might add, after wearing a wedding ring for a period of time, it leaves a lasting impression even when you remove it from your finger. Wedding vows and the exchanging of rings in a wedding ceremony represent the important step two individuals take from being a me to becoming a we. And Emylee will begin.
Okay. Jason, you have isolated me from my family and my friends, moved me halfway across the country. From the inside, outside looking in, you would maybe think I'm being kidnapped. But I promise love. With anything there is sacrifice, and I've chosen to sacrifice a lot for you and the Air Force. And it all has been well worth it. With great sacrifice comes great rewards like Starbucks money and an occasional shine. But in all seriousness, I never thought I'd find someone who fits me so perfectly.
Where did you leave off? I told you about the camera part. You are my person. The one who shares my humor, matches my energy, and somehow manages to be both my calm and my chaos. Welcome to marriage. You show me what it means to be loved deeply and sincerely, and you make even the hardest days feel easier just by being by my side. I promise to stand with you, laugh with you, and love you through every twist this journey takes us on.
And when the Air Force takes us places, oh no, I can't.
That's okay. And when the Air Force takes us places I never imagined, even if it's in the middle of nowhere, I know that as long as I'm with you, I'll feel at home. I can't wait to keep building this life with you, full of laughter and restored dreams. I love you now.
Now, always, and no matter where life takes us. See ya. Thank you.
Emylee, do you have a ring for Jason?
I do. Thanks. Oh, sorry about this. Jason, I give you this ring as a token of my love and as a sign of my commitment.
Thank you, ma'am. Now it's Jason's turn.
Emylee, from your first message to me on Hinge to today, I've always known that you were going to be the one. From our first date walking around campus to our spring break apartment hunting trip down in Panama City, I have enjoyed every moment with you. I know that becoming a military spouse can be daunting, with having to forego getting to determine various aspects of your life, like whether or not you can live in a town with a Target or an anthropology. Our short time together has already led to so many changes in both of our life plans. Never did I think that I would be going through my first year of the Air Force with someone who so unconditionally and enthusiastically supported me. I am also sure that you've never thought about living in Florida after graduating AU. As I stand here in front of you and in front of our families and friends, I want to re-express my everlasting commitment to you. I promise to trust and respect you as your own person and to realize that your interests, desires, and needs are more important than the Air Force's, and sometimes mine. I also promise to make sure the next place we get stationed at has a quick trip so that you can get soft pretzels anytime you want. She made sure I added that part. I look forward to spending the rest of my life with you and building a family together. I love you.
Jason, do you have a ring for Emily?
I do. Emily, I give you this ring as a token of my love and as a sign of my commitment to us.
Beloved family and friends, we are gathered here not just as witnesses, but as an integral part of the love story unfolding before us. Emylee and Jason have been shaped by your care, guided by your wisdom, and uplifted by your encouragement. Today, they ask you for your continued presence in their lives. Do you, friends and family, promise to surround them with love, to celebrate their joys, and to help them shoulder their burdens, to honor the journey they begin today, and to remind them of the promises they make to each other, to make one another when times are difficult? If so, please say, "We do."
We do.
Will you, their community, pledge to support this union with kindness and grace, to offer guidance when it is sought, and to hold their love as sacred and worthy of care? If so, please say, "We will."
We will.
Finally, as we send Emylee and Jason off on their next adventure, complete with military relocations, surprise duty stations, and all the joys and challenges of building a life together, let's not forget that every great love story deserves a great supporting team. Do you promise to cheer for their wins, be a safe harbor during their challenges, and remind them that love thrives with laughter, patience, and maybe the occasional cane victory? If so, please say, "We do."
We do.
Jason and Emylee have declared their love for each other. They have exchanged rings, and their union has received the blessing of their family and friends. It is now my great honor to present to you Jason and Emylee Oswald, married couple.